All right. Well, hello, Move Easy Tribe. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is October 7th already. Wow, 2023, or whatever day you're watching this YouTube video. So for props today, we're going to be doing the side lying series. So whatever you support your head with when you're lying on your side and your trusty chair, it's pretty much all we're going to need. No standing today. It's going to be a full mat workout. We're going to be doing, just as far as focus goes, we're going head to toe. We're just going to be covering everything from top to bottom, at least once. So we're going to start in our usual manner with legs up on a chair or couch, some kind of support. You don't have to have your legs on a chair. You can have them up a wall. You can even just have them straight if that's what's more comfortable for you. So, but if you do have them on a chair, you want to make sure that your lower legs are parallel to the ceiling and your hips are a few inches away from the chair. So they are in a neutral position. You've got the natural curve of your back. We're going to be here, putting our lower back in traction. We're going to be here for 7 minutes. I'm going to breathe normally. Bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space. So 7 minutes. Here we go. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. Now you can choose to roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth. It tightens your jawline. We're going to slowly move our head from right to left about 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good job. Now the next thing we're going to do is the vagus nerve reset. So, excuse me, what we're doing is we are trying to relax our nervous system. And these are different ways that we do that. So, we're all familiar with the vagus nerve reset. Your head is stationary and just your eyes move from right to left. So we're going to start by just moving our eyes to the right. Excuse me, I do this so often, I just think about it and I yawn. So move just your eyes to the right and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. We're activating the vagus nerve that runs down the side of our skull, actually down the side of our body. But by our eyes, we're activating it in our skull. And now look straight ahead and then just move your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. So go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. Oh, my eyes water when we do this too. The next thing we're going to do is head ramping. And you can leave whatever support you have under your head, or you can put a couple of therapy balls if you have a sponge ball. I like to do that. You can also do this sitting up. It might be easier for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to reverse text neck. We're always looking down at our devices, and our neck is bent forward. So we want that part of our neck, the back part. It's called the occipital ridge. It's the bony part between your ears, runs along your scalp line. We want to press that away from the body, whether you're sitting up or lying down. So in this position, if you are lying down, you just press towards the floor. If you're sitting up, just press it away towards the back wall, hold it, and then relax. We'll do this 4 more times. Press, hold, the chin comes along, but it's the back of the neck that's getting the stretch. And then release. And press, hold, and release. Now, I'm yawning because you're also activating the vagus nerve when you do this. So it's another way of relaxing the whole nervous system. So press, hold, and release. And I think we have one more. Press, hold, and release. Okay. That's a good thing to do on a daily basis, especially if you look down at your device a lot. So the third thing we're going to do in this triplet of relaxing our nervous system is our breathing exercise. We're going to do square breathing, which happens to be a favorite of mine. So square breathing is just like rhythmic breathing. You make a square out of your breath. So there are 4 sides to a square. So it's 4 motions, there's 4 steps to this breath. So you inhale for the count of 4, you hold it for the count of 4, you exhale for the count of 4, and you hold it for the count of 4. So we're inhaling, holding our breath, exhaling, holding our breath out. So let's try it. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3. Good job. That's another way of, if I found myself stuck in traffic the other day and I was in a hurry to go somewhere, of course. And so rather than get upset over it, I just did that 4-count breathing exercise. And I found myself calming down, not getting upset, and just working my way through. So just a little anecdote there. It does work. The next thing we're going to do is vacuum. So you can leave your legs on the chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair or couch. I prefer to have my legs straight. I'm going to move my chair away. You can have your legs bent if that's more comfortable for you, or whatever is most comfortable. We'll be creating a vacuum. The idea behind this exercise is to strengthen the pelvic floor. As we get older, excuse me, that tends to weaken and cause all kinds of problems. So this is a very simple exercise that will strengthen that pelvic floor. What we'll be doing is taking a normal inhale and then exhaling everything out of our lungs, emptying our lungs, creating a vacuum in our pelvis. You push your lower back down till it meets the floor. Push your belly button down towards the floor. Hold it in that position with your breath out for a count of 10, and then release. So we're going to do that 3 times. So a normal inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth and nose, everything out of your lungs. Create a vacuum. Press your lower back to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute for your breath to come back to normal. Takes a couple of breaths. So take a normal inhale through the nose, and then exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Press your lower back to the floor. Push your belly button down. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Inhale. Bring your breath back to normal. That's a tongue twister. So give yourself a few minutes or a minute to bring your breath back to normal breathing. And we'll do this one more time. Normal inhale. And then exhale everything out. Hold your breath out. Lower your back to the floor. Create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Good job. Okay. I heard a noise. Is somebody not muted? Everybody's muted. We're going to go ahead and come up to sitting and do our normal sitting blocks. Let me just check something real quick here. Okay. All right. So cross-legged position, we're going to do the side bend with the lat stretch that we normally do. And get my timer set up. This is a 40-second movement. So hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. We want to keep both sits bones on the floor. And just be aware of where you're feeling this stretch. I'm feeling it all the way down my side. Now, take that upper arm and lower it until it's parallel to the floor. You might feel a different stretch. Maybe under your arm and down your back. That's your latissimus dorsi. This is a good stretch for that. And here we are. Arm up, torso up. And it looks like I'll let somebody else in here. Oh, Marvin. Okay. All right, we're going to do the other side now. 40 seconds. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. And just lean as far as you can while keeping both sits bones on the floor. You may find you can lean further on one side than the other. Now take that upper arm and lower it until it's parallel and reach for that corner. Reach, reach, reach. Oh, the stretch feels so good. Yes, it does. Wiggle those fingers. Here we go. Arm up, torso up. Okay. Now we're going to do the thoracic rotation. Might want to switch our legs here. So left hand on right knee. Your right arm is behind you. And just rotate your shoulders to the right. Just go as far as you can. If you feel that tightness, we're not stretching to our full extent. So once you feel that pull, stop there. You can move your head right and left. Move your torso right and left. You can just enjoy this stretch. Be aware of where you're feeling it. I feel it in my back and my side. 5 more seconds. And here we are. And the other side. So right hand on left knee. Left arm is behind you, supporting on your fingertips. Rotate your shoulders. And there we go. This is a very good stretch for the back. Kind of warming up our bodies. Right, come on around. And okay, for the third movement in this triplet, we're going to take our hands and put them behind our head. You can loop them if you want, or you can just have them behind your ears. And we are going to move from right to left, but we're going to do this with breath. So the way it is, and then let me just explain it, is your hands are behind your head, your elbows are up, you're sitting as straight as possible. So when you move to the right, you want to exhale. When you move back to the middle, you want to inhale. And then when you move to the left, you want to exhale and then inhale when you come back. So let's try that. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Very good. When you have your breathing regulated with your movement, it helps with the movement, which is why we do that. So now today we're doing, as I said, the sideline series. So you want to have support for your head. We'll be lying on our side. So make sure when you are on your side that your support is at the right height. If you'll notice, my head is level. So you don't want to be like this, and you don't want to be like this. That's bad for your neck. So it may take some practice to find something that works for you. For me, it happens to be a thick brick. But, you know, a rolled up blanket or pillows, not really, unless they're very, very firm. I found a rolled up blanket worked for me. Sometimes 2 blocks. So just make sure that your head is stationary, is level, because we don't want to mess with our necks. So sideline position. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, ankles are stacked. Just make sure that everything is in the right position. This is actually very important. It's like standing in good posture, sitting in good posture. You want to make sure you're aware of your posture whenever you're moving. So we start with the upper arm, the scapula, protraction, retraction. So our arm is parallel to the floor and it's straight, palm down, and you just pull your scapula back, keeping your arm straight, and then extend it forward. That's protraction. Pulling it back is retraction. You're not moving any other part of your body, just your scapula. So forward and back, and forward and back, forward and back. We're doing this 5 or 6 times. I lost count, but we'll do it 2 more times. And back, and forward and back. So good job. Take a break, rest your hand on your hip. The next movement is called sunrise, sunset. So it starts out the way we did before, arm extended, palm down, and then the arm comes straight up and then back down. We're working the shoulder on this one. So straight up and then back down. And you just want to bring it down to level, not lower, not higher, level. Straight up and then back down. Oops, I'm a little low. Straight up and back down and straight up and back down. Okay. Rest your arm for just a minute. These movements may not seem like much, but they're doing a lot for that shoulder joint, that particular one. And this is something, if you choose, you can do this every day. It's really not that hard. So the third in this triplet is your arm is straight up like it was before. I always make a loose fist because it's easier. And also I like to put my hand here or my fingers on my shoulder so I can feel the rotation. What we're doing is we're going to rotate from the shoulder, not the wrist like we're opening a doorknob, but from the shoulder. So the rotation comes from here, where my hand is. So external rotation, internal rotation. External rotation is facing towards your feet. Internal rotation is towards the head. Again, this is just a really good shoulder movement. Internal, external. I'm just doing this about 5 or 6 times. So how many times do you actually use that shoulder joint? Unless you're doing this. You want to keep that limber. And the last time. And there you go. Okay. Take a quick break. The next triplet starts out with our hand at our hip, but the palm is facing the ceiling. Oops, and I'm going to scoot down just a little. So you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So our arm is down by our hip, the palm is facing the ceiling. And the hand comes up and around above your head. Just wide. I want it to scoot. Try this again. Okay. Hand is at your hip. Arm comes up and around, up by your head, and then palm faces forward. That's what I wanted you to see. And then it's a rotation at the shoulder. And it comes back down to your hip. This is called a half technical snow angel. That's what Via calls it. But it's very good for the shoulder. So we're moving slowly for a reason. So our brain can register what we're doing. And the arm comes up and back. Palm towards the ceiling. That rotates it at the shoulder. And forward. It's much more effective if we move slowly. The brain can register what the body is doing. And it's just more, it just means more. Okay, one last one after this one. Palm towards the ceiling, arm up and over. This is another thing I do on a regular basis. And back down. Okay. Take a quick break, hand on hip. The next thing we're doing is the arm circles. We're going to go both directions. So we're going to start with going back. You want to keep your arm as straight as possible. And if you're unable to do that and you need to bend, that's okay. But just try to keep it as straight as possible. Keeping your torso still, you're just moving the arm. Make it as wide a circle as you can. And come back down. This is actually the best thing for your shoulder. Your arm is going to rotate, if you'll notice, as we go around. That's the way it's supposed to happen. I was having shoulder issues, I don't know, a year or so ago. And I started doing this every day. And it really, really helped. Again, moving slowly. One more and then we'll change direction. Only thing that's moving is the arm. Okay, now go the other way. And if you're like me, I'm hearing some noises in there. But that's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt. If it does hurt, you want to either slow down, restrict your movement, or stop altogether. So be aware of that. You don't want to do it if it hurts. But this is so good. Our arms were meant to do this. One more rotation. I can really feel this in my shoulder. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Good job. Take a quick break. And the next thing we're going to do is, Thea calls it flying pizza. So the elbows at your waist, your forearm is forward with your palm facing down, and then you just come up and face your palm towards your head. Now you may not be able to come up all the way, and that's okay. Again, just be aware of how far you can go, how it feels, and just do the best you can. Everybody is different. And down we go, and then up again. This is for your rotator cuff. If you have a tight rotator cuff, you may not be able to go all the way, but that's okay. Couple more. One thing about yoga is it's very individual. Everybody is different. And there we go. All right. So, oh, boy, I could feel that in my shoulder. So now we're going to do our legs. I'm going to scoot up So you can have both legs straight if you choose. If you want more support, you can you can bend your lower leg. So the first thing we're doing is leg lifts. We're not going all the way up. We don't want to engage the hip. We're just moving the leg. So we droop the foot and bring it back down. So we're going I'm going only half of what I can do. Because otherwise I'm going to engage my hip. I don't want to do that. Just moving the leg. There's also kind of a balancing. I'm balancing on my side. And one more. Okay. The next movement, and I find it easier if my lower leg is bent on this one, is your leg goes forward and you flex your foot, meaning your toes are pointed towards your head, and then your foot goes back and you point your foot. Foot goes forward, flexed, foot goes back, point. Again, you don't want to engage your torso if you can help it. So we're not going the full range. Just as much as you can. Flex and point. Now, when your leg is back like this, if you choose, you can squeeze your glutes for an extra little oomph. You don't have to. It's just something you can stack on top. At that point, we'll do two more. Flex and back point. Flex. All right. Good job. The next thing we're doing, I'm going to move my knees closer for this, called a clam. So basically, we're just keeping our feet together, raising our knee. Again, not engaging the hips. So you may only come up a little further, this far, and that's okay. Don't engage your hip. Do it just from the legs. So up and down. I think it's pretty obvious why they call this a clam. Up and down. Up. And one more. We're going to try something different here. And if you have short arms like me, you're going to need to move your knees up a little further. We're going to do this with resistance. So my hand is on my knee. And as the knee comes up, I'm going to push it down with my hand. But the knee is winning. And then the knee is going to go down. But the hand is going to push it. The knee is going to push up. And the hand is going to push it down. So you may feel this all the way up into your glutes. It's the idea of resistance. It's sort of a dance. You don't need to move very far. So when the knee is pushing up, the hand is pushing it down, but the knee is winning. And then the knee is going down. It's pushing up, but the hand is winning. If that makes any sense. We only do this a few times because that's kind of intense. Okay, so we're going to switch to the other side. You can just roll over if you choose. But I want to switch to this other side so you can see me. So we start at the beginning with the arm. So the arm is straight out from your shoulder, palm facing the floor, scapula protraction and retraction. Protraction, keeping it level, and retraction. Again, we're just moving the scapula back and forth. I sometimes do this routine while I'm watching TV on the floor, just for something to do other than sitting on the couch. Not all the time, sometimes. Okay. Take a break. And the next movement is sunrise, sunset. So we start out the same as before, and then arm comes straight up. Your arm is the only thing that's moving. And then back down, straight up, and then back down. And one more. Straight up. Okay. Good job. Now the next one is your arm is up as it was before, the sunrise position. But I find making a loose fist helps me. You know, I just put my finger here to feel the rotation. We're going to do an external and an internal rotation from the shoulders. So external, the movement is here, not in the wrist. And then internal. And with your hand, with your fingers up here, you should be able to feel that in your shoulder. External, internal, external, internal, external. One more. External, internal. There we go. All right. Now the next triplets, we're going to start with, make sure I have enough room here. We're doing the half technical snow angel. So we start with our hand, our arm near our hip, palm facing the ceiling. Arm comes up and around and over the head, and then palm faces forward, and it comes back. We're rotating from the shoulder when we do this. Palm faces ceiling, arm is up and over, palm faces forward, and it comes back. One more time. We're going to do this 2 more times. Up and over, back, and up and over. My husband must be up because the birds are making noise. Okay, good job. Now we're going to do our arm circles. We're going to start by going back, keeping our arm as straight as possible, not engaging any other part of our body. Moving slowly, most effective. Now this is what the arm was meant to do. It was always meant to move in a 360-degree movement. But we can't always do that. So we want to keep moving so we can. One more circle, then we'll reverse. Okay, the other way now. And down and around we go. I'm really feeling this in my shoulder. One more. Okay. take a quick break. And of course, the last one we do is flying pizza. So your elbows at your waist, the forearm is parallel to the floor, palm down. And then up we go. And down we go. And up we go. And this is so good for the rotator cuff. It's something you can do while you're standing in line, grocery store, bank, whatever. One more. Okay, good job. Now we'll do our legs. Now again, you can have both legs straight if you choose. Or you can have, excuse me, your lower leg bent for more support. We're just going to raise the leg until we feel the hips start to engage. And that's when we stop. Foot is drooped. So up we go. And down. And one more. Engaging anything but the leg. Maybe one more. Okay. Now we do the leg forward and back. So I myself like to have my lower leg bent. It's easier that way. So leg forward, foot flexed, toes are pointing towards your head. Leg back, foot points. Forward flex, back point. And squeeze your glutes if you choose. Forward flex, back point. It's really good for the hip flexor right there. Okay. Now let's do our clams. So make sure that we're stacked, shoulders, hips, knees, feet. Knees come up and back in. And up and back in. We're good for the abductors and the adductors on the legs. And also, I'm feeling it in the hip section. Up. And yeah. We're just going to do a little bit of resistance here because it is kind of intense. So, hand on the upper knee. Now again, the knee comes up, but the hand is pushing it to stay down, but the knee is winning. So the knee rises against the hand, and as it goes down, the knee is pushing up, but the hand is winning. So it's sort of a dance. Now, if you'll notice, we're not only exercising our knee, we're exercising our arm. Because I can feel it all the way up to my shoulder. We'll just do a few of these and all the way down to my glutes. Because they are intense. Okay. That's the sideline practice. And that pretty much took up all our time. So get ready for Yoga Nidra. Find a comfortable spot to either lie down. You can sit if you choose. You might want to cover your eyes. Make sure that you're either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. Grab a blanket if you need to. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation just basically meant to relax the nervous system. I want you to focus on these points as I mention them without moving any part of your body. We're going to start with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, spiritual heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way and then the other. Stretch one side and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. And straighten that leg out. Take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. Now take both knees and hold them up to your chest. And slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your lower back. Feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll over, face the camera, using your lower arm as support for your head. This is our gratitude minute. We're going to take just 60 seconds here and start our day with an attitude of gratitude. Always a positive way to start the day. Just think about what you're grateful for. the fact that you can move. I'm grateful that the fact that you joined me today. I'm grateful that I can move. I know so many people that have mobility issues. We all know somebody like that. So just think about what you're grateful for today. I'm grateful the sun is out, even though it's cold. So when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. Take your time. Don't rush it. I want to unmute yourself. Hands to your heart. Again, as I said before, I want to thank you for joining me today. I always appreciate it. So let's end the class with a grateful heart by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Kathy.
All
Thanks,
right.
Kathy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Gotta find.